Hello, everyone. Very happy to welcome you all to our third already live session with Merch One team. Big holidays coming up, Mother's Day, and we are all prepared for all your orders, and we want you to be prepared as well and your stores perform the best. So we have this webinar today to give some expert insights and tips about how to get your store seen, how to get those sales up, and how to boost your performance. So welcome everyone, I'm Baiba, I'm from Merch One, and I am responsible for marketing activities. And today with us is a Merch One team. It's Sven, head of Merch One, who will share some strategies, share some tips about audiences, how to connect to them, and how to prep for Mother's Day success. We have also Zanda, who is a product owner at Merch One, and will give you many useful insights and tips about Merch One improvements, upcoming features, and products, which you can use also for the Mother's Day success. And a special guest today, and we are very happy to welcome you. It's Juris from the Customization Group, who is head of digital marketing, and we will hear many insights and actionable tips from him. So be prepared and prepare your questions, because this is a very nice chance to see what works, what not, and actually get real answers from real expert. So with much further ado, let's start with the session, and we will start with Sven. Sven, stage is yours.
Yeah, also hello from my side. And before we start and get into the presentation and into the slides, I also would like to say hello here in this round, and very happy to be in this Q&A session. And very quick question, I think in the round, if everyone on board can already see the slides and the presentation. And in the meantime, while we share the presentation, I think I thought about what might be relevant to share from my side, besides having, of course, our special guest, as Baiba also said, Juris here on board. So I don't want to use too much time because, of course, the biggest value that is delivered today is from Zander and Juris, surely. And therefore, I thought about giving a quick intro about my personal perspective and my experiences from the most important print-on-demand events that are out there. And I think I have some kind of an spatial perspective on them, and therefore I thought I will share them. And we can move to the next slide actually, and already have a look into the first column. And here you see actually how I see this. So especially when we think about the print-on-demand business, then we are thinking very often about gifting events. And how I see this is that we have, let's say multiple categories. What I show you today is, of course, not a complete view, but I think it's a good enough view to understand my perspective on these events and why we have so different potentials in this kind of events. And this, from my point of view, can give you some kind of a guideline how you should look into the industry and how you should look into the, let's say, into the e-commerce world to identify further events and / opportunities for you and your business. And we have, for example, the one-on-one gifting logic. And here it is very typically, for example, the Mother's Day. So one person is gifting to one person. And we see this also in the data and in the figures. It is some kind of a peak. Some kind of a peaking. It's peaking up the orders, but is of course completely not comparable to the most important one. And this is when we move further into the next step here, where we have a many-to-many connection. And very sure one of those many-to-many gifting events is for sure Christmas. So because of the cultural developments over the years and hundreds of years, the expectation in certain areas of the world is that during Christmas, gifts will be handed over from one person to another, and I also expect a gift from the other person back. So this is Of course, the most important print-on-demand event when we think about certain regions of the world, and therefore it is, of course, also the event with the highest volumes. And when we move one step further, we are now exactly in our event that is just around the corner. We are in the Mother's Day event. And here, when we move one step further in the slide, then we have not a one-to-one or many-to-many relationship. We actually have a many-to-one relationship. And the many-to-one relationship is very often understood that when we think about Mother's Day, and we can here move one step further, then we actually think of that, for example, the kids, so the daughter or the son, is gifting towards their mother. A very important aspect that sometimes is forgotten, but I know that we published very recently, from my point of view, very informative newsletter is via LinkedIn. And I think I can imagine Baiba might share it at least after the meeting. There we share that this is of course true that kids and sons and daughters gift to their mother, but we also see when we move a step further that this is not the whole story. Especially the cultural aspect of Mother's Day is also the expectation is that also husbands actually gift to a mother of their kids. And this is something that you have to consider. So, for example, if you are creating motives and you, for example, forget to implement the father or the husband into this image or into this motive, you might leave revenue on the table. And then when we have a look into the future, or eventually also into the situation right now, what we see, where the Mother's Day is developing to, and especially when we have a look into the Generation Z, um, we see that there is the understanding of a person, especially a woman owning a dog and seeing herself as the mother of this dog, is actually evolving. And it is not really some kind of an, let's say, characteristic where I think the volumes are already very high, but it is evolving. We see this, that it is coming up. And especially with the Gen Z, they consider themselves as, let's say, a furry, a mom of a furry, or for example, their dogs and their pets, they consider them as furry babies. And here also the first Mother's Day, the first dog Mother's Day is coming up. And here the date is the second Saturday of May. This is the Mother's Day or the dog's Mother's Day. And usually what we see here is, for example, that there are this kind of very typical postings on LinkedIn where the dog is wearing more or less the same motive or the same style as then the dog mother, and they post this on LinkedIn. So this is also something that can be considered to increase the potential of a day, of an event like here Mother's Day. And this is something I wanted to share with you. And I can imagine, and I know there are more and more and other days and events, not just in our cultural environment here, but also in other cultures, where you can find this kind of one-to-one, many-to-one, and also many-to-many gifting connections. And I think what I wanted to show here is don't stop there. You have to dig into the characteristics, into the expectations, and also into the development of this kind of events. And then you find this kind of opportunities, what you see here right now in the Mother's Day. It's not just about humans, it's also about their pets. And again, if you don't have motives ready that also allow to add one of the family members, in this case, for example, the dog, of course, you will leave money on the table. That's it from my side. So very quick intro. And with this, would like then to hand over to Sandra.
Yes, very good points, Sven. And I must say also that it's worth to get into a bit of statistics. A very, very big increase in the US market for the pet families. People actually are now already leaning to preferring pets instead of children, which is alarming statistic, but still in e-commerce wise way, we can use it to tap into the audiences, especially for Mother's Day. So very, very nice. Yeah, very nice points. So, okay, Zanda, let's move on to you. And for the participants, if you have any questions already coming up, be sure to drop them in Q&A window. We will see them. We will address them after the presentations are done. So, Zanda, all to you.
Hi, thank you. Super nice to be here again, third time. Who would have thought, right? Okay, let's get to the new updates and system improvements. So, a couple of things that we want to mention here is we have launched full print classic mug, which is basically the same product just with a wider print area, which allows you to get a bigger design on the mug. Very, very cool gift for Mother's Day, very popular as well for mothers. Kids measuring bar, another product we have launched for Mother's Day, but it will stay for sure after that as well. Very popular to gift to new families or new mothers with smaller children, and then they can do whole event by measuring the kid growing up. You can write with a Sharpie on the product and it will stay as well. Both of the products are included in Mother's Day collection, which you can find on the totally renewed product catalog on Merch One in dashboard and on website uh, under the Mother's Day collection products. As well as we have introduced gift wrapping options for several products, smaller ones yet, but maybe something else is coming in the future, but currently for smaller ones, like small canvas sizes, small acrylic sizes. Now, yeah, the gift wraps already will be prepared and everything for just give the gift to the person. And from system side, couple of improvements. Now, as I told previously, we are working on the PayPal. Now PayPal is totally available for wallet clients. So all of the top-ups can be done with PayPal as a payment method if you prefer that. The only thing you need is a wallet, and you can switch to wallet as a payment option for you. Just reach out to our support and it will be done quite shortly. And then as well, we have launched a basket or chart on the Merch One dashboard. The chart is meant for your draft or unfinished, uncompleted orders. So now you can start a manual order on Merch One dashboard. You can, for instance, add a design for it, select the product. Maybe you need to confirm with the end client before you are confirming the order and sending it to our production. And so you can leave it there and come back after a day or two or whatsoever you need, a couple of days, and then finish up the order and we will receive it with all of your information. You can also change the order from the draft orders if, for instance, print file needs to be changed. That is it from my side. Thank you very much. Give the floor to Yuris and then see you in the Q&A part.
Thank you, Zand. Very nice improvements. And PayPal is also a feature which was in very much demand from our clients, from the sellers. So we are always happy to address all the necessities and to actually implement them. So very nice updates. Okay, Iris, let's go to you and you can have an introduction.
Thank you, Baiba, and thanks, Xander. Very good additions to the new product portfolio for Merch One, indeed. So, good afternoon to all of you, or maybe good evening or good morning, depending on location where you are currently now. Just a bit intro from my side to get understanding who am I and what I do. So currently, I'm in the role of the head of the digital marketing and customization group. So my background starts in search engine optimization. This is why I have a really good base about the search marketing. And then throughout my career at TCG, then I transitioned through different marketing roles, which helped me actually to gain a full cycle, holistic marketing experience. And that led actually to me right now leading quite big team of around 15, 20 marketers, marketing professionals, the global one on a global level, and also heading Amazon business. So like also mentioned on the slide, I'm for 11 years, a bit more with the TCG, and I guess that emoji of icon represents very well the let's say my current state, and then we're basically like we call internally, we're one of the dinosaurs, but as TCG is growing very fast, and it's in our DNA to stay innovative. We are kind of following that and not planning to extinct at all. So this is our motto, and that's what we kind of want to focus on. And yeah, let's dive in. I don't want to waste your time today, so maybe we can switch to the next slide and get started. So let's look into 5 main tips and main learnings from D2C business side that we gained in the last years in marketing, which hopefully would help you also to improve your game, scale your business, get more sales, which is something you are after, and improve your profit margin, which is something very important for you pretty surely. So pushing delivery guarantee to the limits, yeah, every minute or every day lasts and matters. Yeah, so try to when you approach Mother's Day or any other occasion, try to ensure that you offer delivery guarantee to the last possible day. Of course, do it meaningfully. Don't rush after don't rush after very late sales. Make sure you deliver in time, or we will be here to ensure that. Yeah, but when you try to approach the customer and late minute deals, last minute deals, that will help you to enter the time frame of very low CPAs or CPCs, the time when competition will be lowest, and respectively your costs and your return on ad spend of your campaigns will also be lower. So try to go for that. As one of the examples for one of the last campaigns, it helped us to grow the sales more than 100% year over year in the particular day. So try that out. It's really matters, and basically with that extra day, you can already get more than a bigger growth than you possibly can get in the earlier days of the sales. Of course, bestsellers matter. They're very important. So whenever you can try to put the focus in the marketing campaigns on your best performing products, but don't forget about adding the new products into your portfolio. Why? Because the new products can help to fight the ad fatigue. They can help to kind of switch attention of the customers from something they already got used to something totally new. So you will also possess yourself in a way more positive, attractive way for the customers. So yeah, that's one of the learnings that we got lately, and suggest also from my side. Of course, when you enter in a situation of having perhaps troubles with converting, yeah, maybe you see that your campaigns start to deliver less sales. What you can consider, and what you can use also for Mother's Day sale is to try to offer extra incentives to the customers. Try to motivate them to spend more, to get more products in your basket, to get them to spend more, and kind of give them in exchange additional discounts, additional bonuses, like free shipping, like extra discounts. That could help to increase cart, even though your, for example, the conversion value might suffer. Your baskets will be bigger, and your sales for the season will also be bigger. Next slide, please. Yes. So keep exploring, keep trying new things. That's also possess the opportunities. So in case you notice the new trend on the market, it could be new platform, new social media platform, dive into that. That there is the place where the competition is lowest, and the respectively CPA, CPCs would also be lower. Here is just examples. As TikTok and YouTube are not the totally new things. They were already on the market for a while, but just to give you the example that these targeting the new platforms that arrived is the biggest opportunity for you and your customers respectively. Yeah, and the last but not least, and I think this is already a trend for a while, and this is the current currency like of our times. It's AI. You can look at it from different perspectives, like also we do internally. So you can leverage it in marketing to optimize your marketing campaigns, or you can optimize the efficiency of the teams. You can optimize also and use the, for example, latest feature from the ChatGPT image editing tool, yeah, to kind of see how you can be more effective, be more productive, perhaps save some resources with that as well. And but there are plenty AI tools in the market, and leverage them. As one of the examples, I can also mention that for example, for both Google and Amazon and also Facebook, they have the AI-based algorithms in their core, something they introduced a while ago, and they optimize the campaigns way better than humans might do right now. So switch to them. We saw really good results when we switched to automated campaigns, ASC campaigns for Meta, Google Performance Max, and depending on the market, depending on the product, we saw up to 500 sales uplift, 100% sales uplift with those automations optimizations. Yeah, that would be it from my side. Basically, maybe to sum up and uh, a bit look into examples of how AI can be used. Yeah, but it should be used mindfully. Yeah. So of course, with AI, you can write your content right now. You create the content in seconds. But if your strategy is actually failing, the marketing strategy, if it's bad, then you'll just make your strategy worse faster. So keep that in mind and act smartly. And we are here to help you.
Yeah, very nice, Rich. Thank you so much. And especially regarding AI, a very nice tip from you that you really have to test out all the really wide options now that there are. And it's nice that you pointed some directions already for our sellers just to try out and maybe implement in their workflow as well. So thank you very much. And let's move on and let's start the discussion with our questions. We have already some sent in questions. There were some participants who were very vague, who are just interested in marketing and strategies, but I think Yuri's already kind of touched upon those. But we have more specific questions sent in. Can you recommend good channels other than my website for me to advertise Mother's Day, including promoting acrylic prints, which I have already purchased at Merch One? So kind of specific already product related question. What would you suggest?
Maybe to see the direction that where the question lands from, because by the new channels, it can be also new, let's say, the placement of the product. It can be new marketplace to try the product. Could be Amazon, could be Etsy, could be Walmart, and all of them are actually have possessed their marketing opportunities as well, like sponsored products, ads, sponsored video ads, display ads, and etc. That's like a new placement for the products. But if you are looking for the new marketing channel to explore, I would really suggest to look into the direction of influencer marketing more and explore again YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and such platforms. They're Some of them are more new, some of them are already present there on the market for a while, but they do offer also marketplace alike opportunities like Instagram shopping, TikTok shop, where you can also place your products and you can both market them and have them placed for the attention of your customers. It's basically like your store, but placed in the social media, which is also a good option. But as the specific product was mentioned, the acrylic prints, I think it's also important to keep in mind that this is visually very visually appealing product, luxury perhaps product in its look. So use the channels where you can really highlight the qualities of these products. So again, it will be visual, the marketing channels with the visual aspect where you can highlight it. Again, social media, possibly display advertising as an additional option, but that could be the direction to look at.
Yes, social media is big on terms of how people purchase nowadays. We also have had a research that Gen Z millennials, they really love to kind of go to social media channels and make their purchase decisions there, basing on influencer tips or the products placed smartly in social media to buy. Yeah, so that's a very, very nice option to explore and actually implement if hasn't been yet. So thank you, Yuris, for the insight. And the one goes question for Zanda for the product team. So will it be possible to create bundle products with a bundle SKU directly on the Merch One platform? And if yes, then when?
Yeah, we are thinking about such options and bundle offers in the near future. Not yet, it is not possible, but if you want to sell a couple of products together easier on your Shopify shop, then you can use an app on Shopify called Simple Bundles. That is one of the apps that is in Shopify. There are several more that can be used in such cases where to put those products together. So basically, what you have to do is synchronize all the products from Merch One to your Shopify shop separately, and then you can turn them off, kind of leave in draft. Then you install the Simple Bundle app, and Simple Bundle app, you create one offer from all of those three products. And then in the end, when the customer will purchase the bundle of three products, we will receive all three SKUs in one order, meaning you don't have to do anything. We will receive all of the data. It's a one-time kind of setup to get the product listing with the Simple Bundle app done. We also have an article in Knowledge Base on Merch One homepage how to do that.
Very nice. So we hope we replied the question. Very, very thorough answer. And we already have some questions coming in the chat. I am totally new. General question about the point wallet in Merch One.com. Should payment wallet be pre-filled with money before, and is paying with credit card not possible? So Zanda, this is also yours. You can take the floor.
Yeah, for wallet system, you have to add the credit card to the wallet system and top up the money on the wallet. If you want to, and you are just kind of starting out, you can top up smaller amounts of money, let's say 30 euros, and create an automatic top up. So when the order will come in, it instantly will take the payment for the order. And if the money gets low on the wallet, it will top up from your credit card. What is the best from this feature? You will have a notifications when your wallet kind of runs out of the money and the top ups happen, but you will not end up in the place where maybe in some cases there are some problems with credit card when the order is created, then the order is not paid, and maybe some other problems, and then the order gets delayed. So wallet makes the order processing way faster, and the order approval also way faster. So in the end, we can get the product to your customer faster if you use wallet payment system, as well as it comes with the bonuses like PayPal and CSV file exports for all of your invoices, as well manual monthly invoices, which is very good for your accounting purposes.
Yeah, very convenient. And also, I think it's a bit more secure, right? Because you can also really have the overview and monitoring of the payments and kind of control them more actually now.
Well, but I have to say that the security is on the same level, very, very high one. But the wallet gives more flexibility and overview of all of the orders coming in, perfect timings, all of the items, CSV files with all of the included items, and so on. So that is kind of the payment option that we are growing and giving more and more options for users to use.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I see that there's also interest about the dog mom audience, and yes, as Sven already said, this is a very emerging trend as the dog moms become more and more popular, not replacing, but maybe being in addition to the mother audience, and hopefully not replacing, because we don't know what comes next. But there's Pascal, I see that you ask, would those dog moms buy it for themselves, or would it be a friend gifting it to the dog mom? Well, this is what we also kind of reviewed in our latest newsletter. Please subscribe to LinkedIn and follow for more updates. But yeah, there's a very nice statistics that actually the trend is that more and more women are eager to kind of gift gifts for Mother's Day to their friends, which include moms who have children and moms who have also pets. So the audience is really expanding because people are very into much the self-care trend. They really want to make themselves happy as well. So dog moms actually are the ones who are very much buying themselves gifts, because the dog probably cannot, they can only gift their presents to us, right? And yeah, so this is an audience that is very, very nice to explore. So okay, if you have any other questions, just keep in, but I will continue with the prepared questions we have already sent in. So this one goes again to Yuri's. What are some smart ways to get my products ranking higher on Google or marketplaces around Mother's Day, especially with all the competition? And this is, yeah, very, I think, interesting question, because a lot of sellers want to stand out among the competition.
Yeah, it's a good question, but it's important to remember that if you would like to have like a very quick wins, not every channel would really suit you. So if you would like to really just start, let's say, in couple next weeks, months, and then I would again say go for the social media, because in Google it's more extending game. So if you're talking about the search engine optimization, yeah, you really need to prepare in advance to develop the strategy, and it will take time. But yeah, there is also an opportunity with the Google Ads where you can quickly set up your product offering landing pages, and go out with the Google Ads campaign. But here it would be really important, especially if you're starting, for example, then to approach to understand the search intent of the customer, like how he would look for your product, like what kind of keywords he would use. Yeah, would it be like a dog cushion? Would it be canvas print? Just think how the potentially the more precisely the customer can locate you, and then optimize your campaigns towards those keywords. But keep in mind that if you optimize for very exact keywords of your products, you obviously have a competition among other sellers. So what you can do is you can try to target a bit more broader keywords, longer tail keywords. They would usually have a bit less competition. Yeah, and that said, you will also spend less on such ads, but at the same time it will generate a good return on ad spend for you and good sales. Once you kind of do well with such keywords, you can then already scale the game and go to the next level, targeting also exact keywords. Yeah, because they are the ones that really will bring you the sales for your particular occasions, in this case Mother's Day.
Okay, thank you. Very thorough. And Yuris, there's Pascal asking another question for you. Let's continue. You mentioned using PMAX and Advantage Plus campaigns. Can you share your best practices in terms of ad sets, creatives, and your strategy on how long you let it run until you determine if it will be scalable? Pascal's recent experience is that the learning phase usually comes with a weak ROAS, and I wonder how you manage to become profitable and scale properly. Very good question.
Sure, indeed good. And we had similar kind of, I would call it concerns, but similar, I would say, issues when we were launching, when we were switching to automated campaigns. So usually it really depends on the traffic, on the shop, on the product. Yeah, but it takes around a couple weeks to get learning. So you might see at the start that your campaigns are low in return on ad spend, for example. Yeah, but try to see what you can optimize. Try to also let the algorithm learn a bit more. Yeah, and then with time you will see that it's improving. Of course, if you see that the trend is not getting into the positive side, like make changes, like get in and try to optimize the campaign or maybe relaunch it for the start. But it's important, yeah, to really give it a time, even though you might have kind of not very optimistic results of the start. But algorithms need time to learn. They need data. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing comes in 1 minute, right? You need to kind of work and monitor that. But, thank you. And we have another question from Sasha, and this one goes to you, Sven. GPSR. Are you already working on including the manufacturer information on the product packaging? Is there an ETA?
Mhm. Yeah, and so we got aware that especially platforms like Amazon, for example, demanded this already since the end of last year. They had a deadline, and we provide those informations at this point in time quite manually, I would say, when they are requested, when they are demanded. But we are in the preparing process to provide those information also on our products pages and product listings, so that they can be used easily also for yourselves in your shops then.
Okay. And another question will be for you, Yuris. So a seller asks, I had a traffic last year, but a lot of it didn't convert. How can I re-engage those visitors and turn them into buyers this time around?
Okay. Well, first of all, and I guess the seller would need to dive deep and dig into the causes, like what happened, why exactly the performance dropped, why it's not converting. Yeah, because it's important to understand the root of the issue. So what would have happened? Is it that maybe the competitor appeared on the market that perhaps offering the same product but at a better price? Yeah, so that could be something that could have happened. Yeah, so maybe demand for the product dropped, so it was there last year, but now the trends changed. There new products appeared on the market. They're gonna shifted the focus to the new product. That's also entirely possible. So once you get like an audit analysis of the happenings, then you can drive the conclusions. Yeah, in every case it would be different, but once you get an understanding, optimize, let's say, your offer. Maybe you need to introduce the new product, or you need to highlight certain unique selling points of your product. Then start again the advertising campaigns. You can start with the approaching your existing, for example, customers to check how they would respond to that particular upgrade, enhancement of the campaign of the product, and then already bring it to the new audience again. Yeah, so they also have a, let's say, check of your product, and then can give you more insights in return. But it's all about the understanding the reasons, understanding the causes, because there might be really a lot of them.
Yeah, that's true. And this is a good option for customers' surveys, for example, just to see what works, what not, and maybe just to dig into those reasons a little bit further. But we have another, I think this ties up nicely to this previous question. So, what performance metrics should I be watching during a seasonal push to really understand what's working and to understand what is not working? So, in terms of metrics, what should the sellers be really focused on for performance marketing?
Again, there is no one unique approach to every channel, to every product. So we can go ahead with let's say social media, for example, in our influencer marketing. So the first thing to watch would be how followers of the certain let's say influencer or your own followers react to your campaigns. Like, is there any engagement under the campaign? So maybe your visuals are not that attractive, for example. Yeah, so try to enhance them. Try to catch the feedback under the ad, for example. See what kind of happening, why it's not bringing any results right now, but it brought maybe in the past. Then the next then, yeah, maybe going into the customer journey a bit, see if you get any clicks from the particular ad, for example. Yeah, is the click rate better than it was before in the previous campaigns? Same. Let's say last year or the previous occasion. Just make a comparison. What is the trend? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse, for example? Yeah, and then finally on the website itself. So see how you convert. Is your maybe offer on site or your customer journey on site ordering process is working well? Because maybe there are some tiny issues on the shop that kind of do not allow the customers to convert properly. They can be anything. Again, competitors you basically need a 360-degree review, checking all the customer journey starting from the ad itself, from the first impression of the ad towards the end of the journey. So that there could be a lot of reasons, but of course, return on ad spend would be one of the main KPIs to evaluate the campaign. So if you see that you're not reaching the target numbers, then something is wrong, and you need to get into it and make decisions and act, basically.
Thank you. Very nice. I think our sellers have good insights on what works on us, also what not. We have already read all the questions that have been sent in, and I see the chat is also all answered. And really, thank you guys for many insights. Yuris, thank you for being here with us, with the merchant team as well today, and giving some expertise. I think our sellers will appreciate it a lot, because very nice actionable tips, and that's what we like to bring to our sellers, just real life tips on what works and what not, so they can perform better and be better at the peak season sales. So also for all the participants, stay tuned for upcoming Mother's Day cutoff dates. We will announce them soon, so those orders can flow in and be delivered on time. And yeah, everyone, happy selling, happy sales, and happy Mother's Day. Okay, so okay, there are some comments coming in, but if any other question just comes to your mind, please let us know. Just send us to our support email, or just reach out to us in socials. We will be sure to answer them and get all the answers you need. And we will share also the webinar recording for all of you. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, speakers, for all your tips. And see you in the next live session.
Thank you all. See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.